to Inside Our Playbook, where we talk to associates and advisors about what they do and how they're putting clients first. And today I'm joined by Jerry Clark. And Jerry is one of our senior insurance consultants within the Mariner family. Jerry, thanks for being here today.
Hey, Brian, thanks for having me out.
Jerry, I know that there are a lot of advisors that find insurance complicated, maybe even foreign, if that's not something that they specialize in on a regular basis. So with that to start, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yeah, sure, Brian. So I always say my stamp on date dates back to 1986. And like most, I started on the retail side of the insurance business. And by 1994, I had migrated over to more the distribution side, which would quote the expert, if you will, and distributed insurance on multi-platforms, banks, wirehouses, independents, you name it. I took product to the market. And before joining Mariner, probably the space I operated most in was the estate planning space, which a very high use of insurance for estate planning purposes.
So, Jerry, how do you work to support advisors as they work with their clients in the risk management capacity?
Well, our team at Mariner's a very unique team. It's a very genuine, authentic place to work. And our advisors are out there on the front line acting in a fiduciary capacity. And what they're looking for out of me is not some sales idea. What they want is to know what is the reality of the situation that they're faced with their client and what are the solutions available for their client. I would have to say about 80% of my time is actually in the kind of the non-revenue or pro bono type of space where there's an enormous amount of orphaned clients out there. There's a lot of people out there that bought insurance from an insurance person. That person's no longer in the business, retired, whatever. They're sitting around, 20, 30 years later, and they're saying, I know why I bought this. I just don't know why I own it anymore. What do I have? Does it complicate my plan? Can it be repurposed and utilized in other ways that, as my kids are grown, et cetera, et cetera. So probably 80%, just policy review, trying to figure out how to position what it is they own in the right environment. And then the other 20% of our time, the old 80-20 rule, the other 20% of our time actually gets down to where people are buying more insurance for various reasons, whether it's long-term care, asset-based hybrid long-term care solutions, big estate planning cases. We're still seeing the mega estates coming in, buying big policies in the irrevocable life insurance environment, private placement. And really kind of the boom right now is there's a lot of people out there that are actually selling their existing policies in the settlement market, getting more than cash surrender value for what it is that they no longer think they need.
Yeah, that's interesting. And even that concept, like I said, if advisors aren't spending their time in it, they may just not be knowledgeable enough to have that conversation, which is why you and your team are a great resource. But Jerry, I appreciate you spending some time with us. I appreciate you sharing your perspective. It's great to have you. And again, thanks for being such a terrific resource for our advisors.
Hey, thank you for having me out.